Welcome to the world behind midnight. Tonight, we uncover something that should have stayed buried. If you're hearing this, it's already too late. 3 weeks unemployed, rent due in 5 days. Mom's disappointed voice still echoing in my head when I saw the hiring sign at Henderson's fuel stop. Night shift, minimum wage. Alone from midnight to 6, I took it without hesitation. The manager, Mrs. Chen, was a tiny woman with silver streaks in her black hair. She smiled warmly as she handed me the keys during my first solo shift. "Just you tonight, Marcus. Keep the coffee fresh. Stock the shelves. Lock up if trouble comes. My number's on the wall." She squeezed my hand. "You'll do fine." The door chimed as she left. The parking lot stretched empty under flickering lights. Beyond it, dense woods pressed against the property line like a dark wall. I'd grown up in apartments and strip malls. The forest made me uneasy. Too much space, too much silence between the occasional passing car. Midnight came, then 1, then 2. I restocked chips and watched old movies on my phone. The coffee maker gurgled. The fluorescent lights hummed their constant lullaby. At 2:47, I heard the first howl. It came from the woods, long and mournful. Another answered from farther away. I'd never heard real wolves before. The sound made my spine prickle. I locked the front door. Stupid, maybe. But something about those howls felt wrong. Too close, too deliberate. The second howl cut off abruptly, then silence. The kind of silence that feels like held breath. Movement caught my eye. Something darted between the gas pumps. Too fast, too low to the ground. My hand found my phone. Should I call Mrs. Chen? The police? About what? Weird animal noises. The door handle rattled. I froze. My heart hammered against my ribs. The handle turned slowly, testing. The lock held. Then I saw it through the glass. Not a person, not exactly. A wolf stood on its hind legs, one paw wrapped around the door handle. Its eyes glowed amber in the fluorescent light. It stared directly at me. We locked eyes for 3 seconds. 4, 5. The wolf dropped to all fours. Something small tumbled from its mouth. The wolf turned and sprinted into the darkness, disappearing between the pumps. I didn't move. Couldn't move. My brain refused to process what I'd just witnessed. The small thing by the door whimpered. I crept forward, pressing against the glass. A wolf pup, maybe 3 months old. It sat on the welcome mat, shivering. The pup scratched at the door. Its whimper became insistent. Those same amber eyes stared up at me. Every survival instinct screamed danger. Wild animals, disease, rabies. Don't touch, don't engage. I unlocked the door. The pup scrambled inside, the moment the gap widened. It pressed against my legs, trembling violently. I locked the door again with shaking hands. "What the hell am I doing?" I whispered. The pup looked up at me, made a sound somewhere between a whine and a chirp. I knelt down. The pup immediately climbed into my lap, warm, soft, terrified. Okay, little one, you're safe." My voice cracked. "Whatever's happening, you're safe." Through the window, I saw him. A man emerged from the woods. Tall, broad shoulders. He wore a long coat that swept the ground. In his hands a rifle with a scope that caught the light. He walked toward the station with steady, purposeful steps. I scooped up the pup and ducked behind the counter. My phone was in my hand before I'd consciously decided to grab it. Mrs. Chen's number was programmed in. It rang once, twice, 3 times. Marcus. Her voice was alert, not sleepy, like she'd been waiting. "What's wrong?" "There's a man outside, with a gun, and there was a wolf. It left the puppy and lock every door." "Don't let him inside. I'm coming now." The line went dead. The front door chimed. He'd opened it, just walked right in. I'd locked it. I knew I'd locked it. His boots made heavy sounds against the tile. Slow, methodical. He was searching the aisles. The pup buried its face against my chest, silent now, playing dead. I know you're here. His voice was deep, rough like gravel. I can smell the wet dog. I pressed myself against the back of the counter. The pup's heartbeat raced against mine. Come out. Make this easy. I'm not interested in you. Just the animal. His boots moved closer. Aisle 3. Aisle 2. That thing isn't a pet. It's dangerous. A killer. You're protecting a monster. He appeared at the end of the counter. The rifle hung loose in his grip. His face was weathered, scarred. His eyes were cold and flat. Give it to me. No. The word escaped before I could think. It's just a baby. It won't stay a baby. They never do. He raised the rifle, not pointing at me. Not yet. Last chance, kid. The pup whimpered against my chest. Please, don't. My voice shook. It hasn't done anything wrong. His finger moved to the trigger. The window exploded. Glass rained down as something massive crashed through. The man spun, firing. The shot went wild. A gray wolf, huge and battle-scarred, tackled him. They hit the ground hard. The rifle skittered across the floor. The man screamed. The wolf's jaws clamped around his forearm. He pulled a knife with his free hand and buried it in the wolf's shoulder. The wolf yelped but didn't let go. I ran. Instinct took over. Clutching the pup, I bolted for the back room. The sounds behind me were horrific. Snarling, cursing, breaking glass. The back room had a heavy door. I slammed it shut and twisted the lock. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. Another gunshot, then another. The pup squirmed in my arms. It wanted down. I set it on the floor and it immediately ran to the door, scratching frantically. We can't go out there, I said. We can't. The pup howled, a sound too big for its small body. Everything went quiet. Footsteps approached the back room door, slow, dragging. I grabbed a mop. Stupid, useless, but it was something. The door handle turned, locked. The person on the other side pushed against it. Once, twice. Marcus, Mrs. Chen's voice, opened the door. It's safe now. I hesitated. That sounded like her, but how could I be sure? The pup stopped scratching. It sat down and wagged its tail. I unlocked the door. Mrs. Chen stood there, blood on her jacket. Behind her, the store was a disaster. Broken glass, overturned shelves. The front window shattered. The man with the rifle lay motionless near the coffee machines. Is he? I couldn't finish the question. Unconscious. The police are coming. Animal control too. She looked tired, older than before. I'm sorry, Marcus. I should have warned you. The pup ran to her. She knelt and it climbed into her arms. She pressed her forehead against its head, whispering something I couldn't hear. That wolf outside, the one that attacked him. I swallowed hard. Where is it? Gone. It ran back to the woods once the danger passed. She stood, cradling the pup. Marcus, there are things I need to tell you. Things about my family. Sirens wailed in the distance. Red and blue lights painted the parking lot. The truth is complicated, but that man has been hunting us for months. He believes in old stories, old fears. She met my eyes. He's not entirely wrong. The pup in her arms shifted. Just for a moment, I could have sworn I saw a human infant. I blinked. A pup again. I need to leave before they arrive. Can you tell them a wild wolf attacked? That you hid? She moved toward the back exit. Please, Marcus. For my family. I nodded. Numb, confused, terrified. She paused at the door. Thank you for protecting Daniel. He's my grandson. She smiled sadly. Some bonds transcend form. Then she was gone. The police questioned me for hours. I told them about the armed intruder, the wolf attack, how I'd hidden in the back room. They didn't believe all of it, but the evidence supported enough. The man had outstanding warrants, weapons charges, suspected in several animal cruelty cases. I never mentioned the pup. Mrs. Chen called 2 days later, offered me a raise and day shifts, said the night shift position was being eliminated. I took it. Some nights, when I'm closing up, I see wolves in the tree line. They watch the station, protective, guardian-like. And sometimes, on nights when the moon is full, I see Mrs. Chen's car in the parking lot long after everyone else has left. She's never alone. A small child sits in the back seat, playing, laughing. His eyes catch the light sometimes, amber, bright. Knowing I wave, he waves back. Some families are different. Some bonds run deeper than blood or form. I understand that now, and I'll protect that secret until my last breath. Because some truths aren't meant for everyone to know. Asterisk, asterisk, another shift begins as the moon rises. Keep watching the darkness. You never know what watches back. Asterisk, asterisk. Stay vigilant. Subscribe. The world behind midnight never sleeps.